Sometimes adjusting the plan is the most disciplined thing you can do. Drop a comment saying needed this if you're someone who sometimes feels guilty for not doing everything exactly as planned. Because I think a lot of people confuse adjusting with quitting. They think if they planned 5 sets at the gym and only do 3, that they've quit or they've failed. They think that if they have to back off, then they are weak. They think if the day didn't go exactly how they imagined, then it didn't count. But that's not true. Today, for example, I'd planned to go to the gym, program's all set up, squats went fine, hit all the program numbers. But when I got to the bench, I could still feel some tendon soreness from doing a whole bunch of arm wrestles last weekend and the weekend before. Tendons in the biceps and in the forearms, a little bit fatigued still. And so I stopped the bench at just one heavy single, 150 kilograms for 1 rep. The program was 152.5 for 5 sets of 3. The old version of me might have forced the full session just to prove a point. More sets, more weight, more pressure, but today I adjusted. I worked up to a heavy single, got some useful work done, and then a little bit of accessory work afterwards, very light, and then called it a day. And that's not quitting. That's training with awareness, protecting the long game, protecting tomorrow. And this applies to life. Sometimes the plan changes. Sometimes your body isn't fully there. Sometimes your head isn't fully clear. Sometimes work, stress, illness, family, emotions, or life in general gets in the way. And that's okay. It's in those moments the answer isn't always to force everything. Sometimes the answer is to just simply adjust the dosage. Do less, but still do something. Paint for 45 minutes instead of 2 hours. Walk 5,000 steps instead of 10,000 steps. Cook a meal in 20 minutes rather than in 30 minutes. Train lighter instead of skipping it completely. Record a shorter video rather than skipping it completely, or waiting for the perfect time to make the perfect video. Apply for one job instead of trying to fix your whole life or your whole career path in one day. Clean one corner of your room instead of the whole room. Consistency doesn't mean every day is perfect. Consistency means you keep the thread alive. You keep moving, you keep your promises in a realistic way. You don't abandon the whole path just because today needs adjusting. That's something that I think I'm learning continuously, and is something which is to be reinforced and takes a while to fully grasp. The goal isn't to win one day and be broken the next. The goal is to keep building, to still be here next week, still training, still creating, still improving, still moving in the right direction. So I guess the overarching message is, if today hasn't gone exactly to plan, do not write off the day. Adjust, scale it down a little. Make one good move, keep the thread alive, because adjusting isn't quitting. Sometimes adjusting is what allows you to keep going.